All right, y'all, so welcome back. We're doing a second strategy now to how to take a different or a specific approach when servicing a heat pump. One approach I like to do is with the power off, right? Your disconnect's out. Now's the time to take your panels off, right? Your 1, 2, 3, and he's checking, he's putting some holes here that we're later gonna plug up, or we're gonna take a temperature split and whatnot, right? He's gonna do that on either side, and then we're gonna remove these 3 panels: electrical panel, indoor blower panel, the compressor panel, and sorry, I meant 4 panels, your indoor coil panel, which is right here. So we'll let him do that real quick. All right, now that we got all the panels off, it's a perfect time to take a look at the indoor coil, see if it's not excessively rusting out too quick. Also to see if it's not super dirty, right? Sometimes you'll see it's full of dirt or cat hair or whatever because they're not changing the filters right or as often as they should be. And while you have the power off, you check the run capacitors.
This doesn't happen here.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This one obviously does not. So yeah. The reason it doesn't have it right there is because they have a 2-in-1. This is called a dual run capacitor. So the one that was here is now just built into that one. So now, yeah, check down there, right to the top.
Do I have to disconnect this then?
Not yet, but you will eventually, yeah. So we're checking
39.54.
39.5. It's rated at 40
plus 5.
Plus or minus 5.
It says 40 plus 5, and then it says plus minus 10%.
Sorry, yeah, plus or minus 10%. Yeah, so it shouldn't be below 36, right? And what is it at 39? Oh yeah, so you're good on that one. So now it's time to do the fan. You just do the compressor. You check the run capacitor essentially for the compressor. Now you're gonna do the one for the fan. Yeah, it can be a little tight. There you go. What in the tarnation? And this is for educational purposes. It is not for a homeowner. It's not a DIY. This is mainly for aspiring technicians.
49.96.
4.9, you mean?
Oh yeah, I read that wrong.
4.99.
So how would you read that if this is like a 2-in-1?
Yeah, so that other second number, right, that says plus the 5, that 5 is the second number you're reading.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And then same thing, plus or minus 10% of the 5?
Plus or minus 10% of the 5. So it shouldn't be below 4.5.
We're good.
Yeah, so you're good. It's 4.9, you're good to go. Okay, so if you're a technician that works here or a technician somewhere else, you can do this test while it's running. It's a little different. You have to use a formula. We don't see any huge additional benefit to doing it while it's running, and you do obviously have the risk of hurting yourself when doing it, and we just don't see the real benefit to it. It's not a huge benefit, but yes, you can do it while it's running. So since it was hard to see, he checked the MFDs between his common on his dual run capacitor, his common, which is down here. You see it's labeled C right there, C, and then F for fan. He took the fan wire off, checked it, and it was good, and then put it back on, and then he checked the compressor, took the wire off, checked it between his HERM, which is compressor, and then his common, which is C, and then that's when he got his second number, and both of those numbers were within tolerance. So Now that we checked all that, it's time to turn it on. All right, plugged it in at the disconnect. Now he's going to go ahead and put that door on.
You didn't want this door?
Yeah, it was a check to see how clean or dirty that was, and it's okay. I'm not going to recommend a foam cleaning just yet, but here you got to kind of put it in an angle. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now go up. Yep. And you cannot do that one with the door off because your pressures are going to be all out of whack. Because essentially you're breathing outdoor temperature, and you want to be breathing in air. The AC wants to breathe in air from the actual conditioned space, not from out here. All right. Yep.
This one or
Yep.
this one?
Y1, wherever the yellow is. I think it's Y1.
Because yellow and black aren't the same.
I think Y1. There it is. All right. So now we just jumpered our red, our green, and our compressor, which are yellow. And now's a good time to check our amps. So we'll let that ramp up. That's 2.2. What's it rated at? 4.3. So it's running.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's good as long as it's not going over. So 2.28. Yeah, it's gonna slowly climb up. So it's in that range now. So not bad. 2.38, 2.39, somewhere in there. Comes up and down. So you know this one's good then. So go ahead and now check your compressor. And in the meantime, put that door back on now, because as soon as you're done with it, you already checked the other components, so you can put your door back on. For this one, put your door on. Oh, it's over there. It's on top of the unit. All right, so now that we got our door on, we're gonna check our compressor amps. You accidentally pushed a button here. You push this side button. It's called inrush. If you press that button, it's gonna hold the amps in. All right, 7.1. Well, it varies a little bit, but 6.6. Yeah, around 6.6, 6.7. And it's rated at 14.1. So this unit's running real good. Remember, techs, this has all the information that you need to see how your AC or your heat pump is running. All right, so we're good there. So now you can also check the outdoor fan, which the plate says should not be higher than 0.9. I'm gonna need some new batteries soon. There you go. Okay. 0.8. So as long as it's not higher, we're doing good. So electrically, essentially at this point, we can say that everything in this unit was fine, right? All the amps, all the capacitors were fine. Now we're gonna move to the refrigeration cycle. So let's go ahead and do that. I already have my electronic gauges on here. So now we can put that away, and let's get our chart that comes inside the unit. All right, so now essentially, now that we checked out all the electrical, now we're checking out the refrigeration cycle, and we're going to check in heating mode. They should give you a chart. So outdoor temperature, we said it's close to 55 already by now. And then, or no, 50 we said, right, earlier? 50? No, it was 48, wasn't it? 48. Okay, so like 48, like right there, and then 70 indoor, right?
Yeah.
And then we went over and we said 340 or?
Yeah, 340.
330?
332, bro.
Okay. See? 332. So yeah, we're right where we need to be. 330, 340. And then now to check, that's the discharge pressure. Now we're going to check the suction pressure. So again, go to 48-ish, and then go up to that black bar, right? Cross reference, and then I'll go over, slide right over.
So like
105, 110.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so as long as you're close, if it's recommending 105, there's gonna be, if you see down here, sometimes it says it's plus or minus like 10 psi. Watch, you see that right there? You see, plus or minus 10 psi. So we're pretty close. So refrigeration charge is good. Now our temperature split 22. You guys know that I typically like about 30. So it's probably low because there's too much, the airflow is moving too fast. So we can change that, and that's if you want to. But if everything else is good, the electrical is good, refrigerant is good, and your temperature splits 22, 23, it's up to you if you want to mess with the fan speed or not. All right, but I can show you how to do that. Okay, so the last thing for this unit is, if we wanted to go from, our temperature split was what, 20, who's got the, oh, do I got it on me? It's over here. It was 22, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was 22 degrees split. If we want hotter air, yeah, 23 degrees right there. If we want hotter air, we'll go to the chart here and see how to slow down the CFMs. You see right there our heat airflow. Our heat airflow is right now it's set at on and off for 400 CFM. So if we want to slow it down, we got to turn both 7 and 8 off to get 350 CFMs and get a better temperature split. And we would do that right there. See, right there, set 7 is on, 8 is off. So we have 400 CFMs. So for a better split, all we do is turn the power off. So pull the power out. And go ahead now and turn that switch to off. You see it in there? What kind of watch is that?
My Apple Watch.
Apple Watch. Alright, so now it's off. So now our temperature split is going to go up. That's pretty much it. We can go ahead and put the power back on. And let's see what it does. It's going to go into delay. We'll wait 5 minutes. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. We slowed down the CFMs a little bit. You can see we're already up a degree, and that's going to climb as the unit runs a little bit longer. 23, we may get 24 if we sat here long enough. Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. For all the technicians, you guys can come back and watch this over and over again as many times as you'd like. It is different in the cooling cycle how to check it versus the heating cycle. Minor differences, but there is some differences. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.